guilty for working and the kids not buying the kids everything. They're not feeling guilty. I don't even know how to say this. Not feeling guilty for kids living in split homes. There you go. One of our things, it's like the kids can now we do a lot. We do a lot with the kids. And if we didn't have two incomes, a lot of that wouldn't be able to happen. So that is one plus. Okay, so the sun. Dude, what is up with the sun? One of the kind of yays is that we do have two incomes, so that we are able to do a couple more things with the kids than probably your average, than a single mom or a single dad might be able to. I don't know, a single dad might be able to do it. But depending on how much you make. So, because that was a really bad stereotype right there. But for a single parent, it would probably be a lot harder to do as much as some of the things we do. However, also said to that is knowing your community and what you have. And so some things it's like, man, they sure do a lot. The videos that you have seen, the videos that you'll start to see more and more for the month of April, a lot of that stuff is free. So a lot of it is, we still have our kids doing things and keeping them busy, and creating memories and enjoying them. But all that stuff doesn't cost. Now, there's some things that they do cost money. And when that comes up, we do our best to budget for it and prepare for it. And one thing that's coming up next weekend, we tried to budget for it the last time it was in another town close to us, and we were budgeting for it, or trying to budget for it, and it just didn't work out. There was just too much going on, and we weren't able to do it. But this time we were, and we just hit it in another town. Because we were like, well, we could always go next year. But then when they brought it to a town that was closer to us, I was like, well, great, we're going to go there. That's a little closer to us anyway. So, that makes it fun, and it's a joy. So, that, and it's kind of, because part of it for us is, it's like, oh, they're being shuffled around and stuff like that. And that can cause parents to either over splurge on their kids, or they feel guilty, so they don't really have any rules when it comes to the kids. And I'm like, you know what? No. Your kids still need rules. They still need boundaries. They still need to know what's expected of them. And sometimes it's easy, I'll admit, it's easy to spoil a kid, because to see their face light up, and that can be fun. I love it. Just to see, oh wow, they're so excited about that, and keep wanting that, and so you keep doing more and more and more. But I would also say that there comes a time where someone has to have the rules. Both families cannot have the rules. So even though you want to spoil them and you want to do a lot, you have to think about too, what's going on and what am I teaching my kid. And so there are things that we do, and we'll do a lot of things. And then there will be some time or a weekend where we don't have much planned, much out of the house time planned. And that is to kind of teach the kids that you don't have to be entertained every single moment of every single day. And a part of that, it's kind of like they kind of rebel a little bit against it, like, what? Wait, what? And then sometimes, you know, it's just perfectly fine. So it's kind of like teaching the kids there is boundaries. Also in our house, we're big on trying new foods. I mean, you need to eat healthy. You don't need to get your way all the time. We're big on grades. Like, your grades need to be good. I'm not saying you have to be the smartest kid in your class, but your grades need to be good. And there's a reward system for that. But I think for some parents, it can easily turn into I feel bad because they have to go do this or they have to go do that, or they're from a divorced family. You know, it's like, really, guys? And they'll pull that stuff when it's been 5 years. The kid is used to the shuffling. The kid is used to being from a split home. Like, and if they're still working that angle, it's because they can manipulate and get what they want. Like, you still need to have boundaries. You still need to have rules. Because think about it. You're setting your kid up for the rest of their life. And so if you're constantly giving in or giving them what they want, how are you setting them up for adulthood? You're setting them up for failure. Because they're not going to, once they get out there on their own, they're either going to continuously call you and ask for money, or they're going to be back in your house because they can't afford to live on their own, or etc. Like, you have to create boundaries for your kids. You're helping your kids. So that's just my little 2 cents to that. You know, it is easy to spoil kids. It is. If you don't have the money, it's not so much. But you can spoil your kids in different ways. You can spoil them with attention. You can spoil them with possessions. You can spoil them with a lot. But I definitely think, you know, hey, we're all in the same boat. We understand. And this video is kind of like all over